Robson. Uh, Coming back to you, Joshua, now that I have addressed your complaint, uh, you know, uh, how can experimentation keep up with, the new forms of measurement? When I say new forms of measurement, there are a lot of new measurements like the attention metrics. There are companies like Lumen and Adelaide, they are coming up with technologies, where they can track eyeball movement and tell you, whether somebody's interested or not, and so on and so forth. But how can experimentation evolve to kind of like validate them and help them?
Well, I think this is that comes from philosophy of science. I
Mhm.
mean, I am a follower of Popper, so I feel that the science is based of conjectures and refutations. So I don't feel that it's like, oh, how I keep up with these new things. It's like, okay, that could be, because it's a possibility, that could be a best way to explain the reality. Because the MMM is not the ultimate answer to anything. I mean, at the end, it's a method. So every time that something came up, I feel I mean, I take a lot of interest on this new thing, but because it could be, it could provide better answers to the question that we have, because you always need to, think that you don't have the ultimate answer to your questions. By the way, I don't know if you have read the last report from McKinsey. McKinsey released 5 days ago incredible monograph around attention. It's around 40 pages. So I recommend to you to have a look to this paper. I will put in the chat.
Sure. Great. Ishan, what are your comments on this? How can experimentation keep up with, the modern measurement techniques, namely, let's say, attention metrics? How should experimentation evolve? I know the traditional, way of doing experiments is statistical in nature. Perhaps those are not enough to, measure these new age measurement. What do you think?
Uh, can you by attention metrics, you mean these? What can you just elaborate a bit what you exactly mean by attention
So
metrics?
I mean, I'm not an expert in what these companies do, but from what I have studied and read, it's like they have come up with technologies where, I think somebody has already posted
Yeah.
okay, I think that's just Joshua. So I think just by your, eyeball movement, somebody can tell you whether you're interested, in a particular ad or not, for how long you have been on the website and stuff like that. So those are basically your attention metrics. I may be summarizing it wrong. We did have, a few people from Adelaide in our experimentation course today. I don't know whether they are here today, but yeah, that's my understanding. So I hope that kind of clarified you.
So yeah,
Adding to
that's
this,
Yes, Joshua?
yeah, please, Joshua.
no, just adding to this, sorry, Sean, just adding to this, at the end, we are modeling investments, but maybe that impressions on TV, no one is seeing that those impressions. So for that reason, attention is the new wave of measurement, because you don't only need to ensure that you make the impression or deliver the impression, but someone is seeing that impression. That's it, attention metrics.
That's a very good description, and this is actually a new thing for me as well. I personally think that for the form of metrics, attention must be a very interesting advancement over like these basic hovers and clicks that we are looking at. But I think there are two. There is a core distinction that we need to make here. The firstly is the interventional thing. Like I think causality can be studied on two levels. One is where you are intervening with a treatment, and the other is observational, on where you are not intervening into how the website looks or something, but you are just observing how people are behaving in a set ecosystem and stuff. So I personally think experimentation is strictly in the range of where you are intervening and randomly showing something to someone. So experimentation needs to probably progress in that area only. I think for that also attention metrics can be useful. This other side, which is observational, where you are just observing your users, how they are behaving, what they are doing on your website and stuff. I think that is dependent on the development of causal inference, which has picked up in the last 5 years, but I'm not able to comment and say how quickly will this field of causal inference actually expand. But if it does, I'll be yeah, it'll be very exciting to see if you can just observe your customers and tell where they are focusing on, what probably motivates them and what causes them to act. It'll be an interesting development.